They say the truth will set you free, so I'm going to talk about the truth today. Actually, I've had some of my viewers, some of my subscribers ask me what happened to the tow trucks. As you can see, there's tow trucks behind me. There's tow trucks right here. So what happened to the tow trucks was, I was in the towing business for a while. It was just part of an extension of the trucking company. We did a lot of work out at the ports, picking up and delivering cars to the ports. And sometimes if we only had 1 or 2 cars to go to the port, I would have the trucks come in, the transport trucks come in. We would drop off the injured car or the tore up car or even a good car, and it was going to the port, but there'd only be 1 or 2. It doesn't make sense to send a twig driver down to the port to do that because, you know, there's just a 1 car. So what we used to do was drop them here at our yard, and then we would put them on one of these guys, in particular this guy here, the one you usually see in the videos, and we'd run them down to the port with a trick car. Or we'd pick up from the port if there was one coming in from the port. So, but that got to be kind of a pain in the butt. And we haven't really been to the port that much lately as far as picking up vehicles. So I have a good friend of mine. He was already in the towing business. In fact, I was in his towing business a little bit. But a good friend of mine was already in the towing business. And I told him, I said, you know, in a conversation one day we were having, I think I'm tired of the towing business. There's a lot of expenses in the towing business. Insurance is a good lick of that. And also finding good drivers is a lot tougher in the towing business than you might think. Because a non-CDL guy can drive a tow truck depending on the circumstances of the tow truck. They still can't go over 26,000 pounds, but that's pretty easy to do with one of these guys right here when you have a car in there. Even with a Stinger, you can do that. But one of the changes they made in the law with the tow truck business is that the tow trucks that have Stingers on the backs are getting ready to be called a trailer. And that's going to change the insurance on them. It actually already has. So some of the insurance companies already recognize this change coming, and they're already doing it. But there's some feeling out there that with Stingers, they might even enforce a CDL portion of that. So you wouldn't have to have a CDL if you were under 26,000 pounds, but many of these trucks out there, the ratings on them, which, by the way, a lot of the Stinger trucks aren't rated for what you're going to have on the Stinger, and that's going to change. They're going to have to rate the truck, the GVWR on the truck with its maximum amount of payload, and the trailer is going to have to be related on that, and the trailer being the Stinger on the back. That's all coming down the pike. And I don't mean to be political, but coming in November is going to really determine that. If one guy stays in, you can bet that's going to happen because they love to regulate. If one guy gets in, you can bet that doesn't happen. So maybe I was a little early selling it. But nevertheless, I was kind of done with it anyway. So given those laws that are coming into effect, given the price of insurance, given the difficulty in finding drivers, this friend of mine that's in the towing company business, he offered to buy my towing company. I had some contracts in the towing business that allowed us to, to go and do certain things for certain businesses, companies, like insurance companies and other things like that, and some of the auction places that needed towing done. And we had those contracts to do that, and that's really what he was interested in, along with the equipment. He's going to come and get this and that and the others. And the reality is, it was just something I wanted to move on from. I got a lot of other irons in the fire, other things that I do. And it just gave me an opportunity to get out while the getting was good, as kind of the way I look at it. And I told him all about the rules coming, and he doesn't seem to really care. I hope he's as optimistic as I am, is that that voting goes a certain way, as you might have seen on my channel. But all in all, that's why I had to come clean, because I no longer own the towing company. So towing content would be fractional at best. So I hope you stay tuned for the trucking stuff and some of the business stuff and some other stuff that you see coming in and out of there, the random thoughts that I might have. You might even see some Jeep stuff because I'm big into Jeeps. I might even throw some of that in there just for some entertainment purposes. But I do really appreciate everyone watching it. For the towing content, I really do appreciate it. Stick around. We've got some other stuff. Thank you for watching.